Hi everyone. I'm back. It's video 100. My name's Mark Deere and we did it. I'm back in the very first spot I filmed. It was actually all the way back over there, but it's now a creek. It's funny, it was totally dry when I filmed my first video 100 days ago. And here we are today. I can't believe that I've made 100 videos in 100 days like I said I would. I mean, a lot of it's just been sharing my thoughts, and I've been working on this documentary, Confessions of a Failed Filmmaker, which I kind of only had the idea for it. I mean, I'd been looking at old footage, but at the start of my leave, it was like, oh, I'm starting this long period off, from work, and what projects can I do? And yeah, basically, sitting on that spot, I, said that's what I was going to do, and here we are. 100 days later, we did it. Really, I don't need it to be a long video today. Like, I'll reflect on making 100 videos later and getting them all up. It's the end of the year, so that's pretty exciting. 2025 is over and it's time for 2026. So I'm very excited about the new year. I mean, you do need to celebrate your accomplishments instead of just moving the goalpost. And I really don't want to do that. I don't want to just move the goalpost and be like, no, we're going to do this. So yeah, it was really great. I'm really glad I did it. I actually went back just before and watched the very first video, and it's nowhere near as good. So I definitely improved in 100 days. There's no doubt about that. And it's kind of a shame because the first one on the playlist, and it would kind of turn you off watching any more, but I don't know, maybe they didn't get that great that any of them were worth watching. But I mean, I feel like there's been some good stuff. Even that first video, there was things that I went back and covered in other videos. So obviously a lot of my notes came really early on, and it just took me till 100 videos to get through the things I'd written down. I mean, there's a lot more things I could talk about. It's interesting because in that first video, spoke about like how I'd been watching some lifestyle stuff on YouTube, like people talking about life who are creatives, and watching creative stuff like the Joel Haber stuff. And yeah, this is kind of fallen into that lifestyle camp. It just happened, all the videos. So and I mean, I'm still talking about creativity and talking about making things. But yeah, it's been really interesting, like just seeing what came of the project. I mean, I didn't really know what it was going to look like in 100 days. I didn't know if I'd even do it. So getting here today, I feel great. Like, I think it's just amazing. It's kind of cool. Like, I just think that I was sitting on that log right there. I mean, I could probably walk over to it, but I'm not going to be in focus if I do that. Maybe just to give you a sense though. I'm sure the camera was probably just about here somewhere, and if I do try and go back, but it wouldn't be a perfect emulation, like I said. And this is a big vine, which I don't remember being there. Actually, this whole thing's kind of snapped off. So, but yeah, I haven't been back to this spot. Totally out of focus since I made that first video. Me and Candy came to a sort of near here spot when we talked about her book. And that's the thing, in 100 days, a lot of exciting things have happened. For me, almost fell in the creek. For me, like Candy getting her book published, that was amazing. And we'd sort of already started that when I started making these videos, but getting that done because I was on leave was amazing. And yeah, just talking about a bunch of ideas. I didn't even call attention. So I'm wearing this shirt, and it's the first time I've worn it in almost 20 years because we shot the film in 2006. This is from my third feature film. It was called Coits Curtis and the Missing TV. And I haven't told the anecdote of it, but it'll end up being in the documentary, Confessions of a Failed Filmmaker, talking about the making of that film. But I ended up having to play the main character in that film. So I actually did act in a movie once. And this was the shirt I wore. It says, "Don't bother me, I'm watching the game." And it was because he was, obsessed with watching Coits, and he was going to be watching it on TV. So yeah, I had to wear this, and just putting it on today because Candy found it. We're packing up our house, and Candy found it and said, "Oh, look, here's this shirt. Can I throw it out?" And I was like, "No, I want to do something with that in my videos before we throw it away." Because yeah, it is probably ready to throw out. It's a bit gross, but wearing it, I definitely feel a sense of nostalgia, and it's crazy to think that 15 years ago, or not even more than that, 18 years ago, I was wearing this shirt. Well, 19 years ago if we started shooting in 2026. So 19 years ago I was wearing this shirt, but it wouldn't have been because it was towards the end of the year. So 18 years ago I was wearing this shirt in my 20s, making a movie. And now here we are, just made 100 videos and going into 2026 where my plan is to make a lot of movies and get really back into it. So yeah, gonna make movies with my kids, gonna make movies with my friends. It's gonna be really fun. I'm very excited. We're leaving this town, going back to the city. A lot of things are changing. We're getting rid of a lot of our stuff. We've gotten rid of a lot of stuff already, and we've got 2 weeks left until we have to move. So I probably won't be making the same frequency of videos moving forwards, but yeah, I'm just really proud of myself for getting here. I don't know what I'll do to go home and celebrate. It's very fitting, actually. Sorry, this is a bit of a rambly video, but that's okay because it's for the people who've watched any of the 100 videos. But I have my last couple of videos that I shot yesterday, and when I shot my very first video in this spot, there was an issue. I couldn't get the footage off the camera. Like the drive wouldn't mount, and it was a big pain in the butt. And I eventually figured out a workaround. And it's funny, yesterday, the old Mac Pro that I bought it used in Brisbane, I don't know when, like mid last year or something, to be able to rip all the mini DV footage, and its power supply died. And so I luckily got it to turn on to get the videos in the 80s, up to 89, but for the ones in the 90s, I just can't turn it on. So I've got to go home, figure that out, and get the last 10 videos up, and then this. So the videos in the 90s, and then this is video 100. So they're done. This is it, video 100 complete. And I just think it's so funny that the only technical glitch I had the entire time was on the first video, and it put me 10 behind the whole time. So here I am right now, still 10 behind on the last day of the 100-day project, shooting my last video, still 10 behind, and I'll catch them up. I'll just get them all uploaded. It'll be no problems, hopefully. If I have to, I'll do the workaround I did in video 2. So even though it took me a few days to figure out that workaround, trying everything I could, and that was the last thing I could think of, I can do that to manually get those footage, videos off the Alexa into a video recorder at 1080p, and then share the 1080p videos with you. So I'll definitely get the last remaining videos up, and you'll know that, because if this is up, those videos are up. So I did it. And yeah, man, it's a big achievement. I'm just gonna leave it at that, I think. Like, I'm really proud that I did it. This is such a beautiful area. I'd sit here so gladly. It's funny, I could even cut it in. I shot some footage yesterday afternoon of my legs after the videos I shot yesterday. I have like 50 mozzie bites. And it's funny, I'm back in the most mosquito-ridden area, and now it's a creek, it'll be even worse. I haven't felt any bites yet today, so good sun. I'll finish up and be done. It's in the afternoon too, it's 5:22, so evening, I guess, even. But yeah, it's crazy to think 100 days ago I was here making a video, not really knowing what I was doing, and now here I am 100 days later, and honestly, I think I'm gonna keep going. Like, and I know that sounds like I'm moving the goalposts, and I'll change the format like I've said, but doing these 100 videos has been great. Just yesterday I crossed the 100 subscribers mark. So, in the 100 days, I got 100 subscribers, and I'm not gonna set new milestones. I'm not gonna set any kind of goals for myself. Even doing 100 videos in 100 days was enough of a goal that I don't regret doing it, because I love that I did it, but like, it definitely gave me food for thought and made me think, you know what, going into the new year, I'm not gonna set any goals. I'm just gonna, try to do what I think is right. I'm just gonna listen to my intuition in the moment rather than committing ahead of time. I'm gonna, try to be more, keep everything manageable and stay relaxed, and really, try to make everything not doable, but I just don't want to go too, I don't want to overcommit or go too crazy. I want to really, narrow my focus next year. So it's going to be good. Anyway, I'll think about next year. It's funny, I was reading Austin Kleon's last post for 2025 the other day. I love his newsletter. If you want a good newsletter to sign up for, his is really good. And he was maybe the first person I heard talk about Dead Week. I said that in my Dead Week video, but yeah, he said he doesn't make New Year's resolutions. He waits till February, because, in January, it's too early to do things. Well, there's the first mozzie bite I can feel. So maybe I'll make some resolutions in February. I'll take January, we're going to be moving, and in February I'll think about what I'm going to do in 2026. But anyway, I just want to say thank you. Thank you everyone who has watched any of the videos. Thank you to everyone who's commented on the videos. Thank you to everyone who watches them as soon as I upload them and likes them. I always get a few views straight away, and it's like, oh my goodness, people are watching straight away. So that always feels good, and it's one of the things that helped motivate me to keep going with this, or at least validated me in doing it. I probably would have done it even if I got 0 views, but I felt validation from seeing people were watching them, and the comments especially have really been great. So thank you to everyone who watched. All my past students who've been watching, thanks to you guys. Like, obviously I'm moving now and it's kind of crazy, but yeah, I mean, all my students, it's always been a pleasure teaching everyone. And that's why I'm excited about the new year. My goal, like I said, to make a course that I can help way more people. That's my goal. And I want to make things myself too. So I'm going to have more time for making my own projects. That's what I really want to do next year. Just get together with my kids, make some movies, man. And like I said, try to meet some actors and friends and bring them together to make some fun projects next year. So definitely keep an eye out on the channel. And a lot of the people watching this will already be subscribed. But if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe. I think there's going to be fun stuff next year. As I said, if I'm not releasing videos every single day like I did for the last 100 days, because I think that would take away from me being able to focus on just writing and stuff, then yeah, keep an eye out. Go to my website, markdeary.com, and I'm going to have an email list. I'll send out updates next year when everything changes. So it means you won't miss what I'm doing, which is exciting. Probably sounds very marketing, like I'm shilling things, but I'm not. I think it's just, then you know. But either way. But thank you if you go and do that as well, because it means I have people to tell what I'm doing next year if you're in any way interested. And hopefully it'll be good for you. I'm hoping I can, like I said, get everyone being more creative next year. That's going to be the goal. Okay, well, I did it. This was almost as ranty and rambly as my very first video, because I didn't really have a point, just that I made it to 100, hooray! And I got 100 subscribers. Like, that's just so poetic. I think it was 100 late last night, and this morning it was 103, so it's a little over 100, yay! And that's exciting for having made 100 videos in 100 days. Okay, that is it. I don't know if I feel a bit low key, but I think I'm just tired and a little bit deflated about what happened with the videos, but I know I'll get it done, and yeah, it's gonna be really exciting. By the time you see this, we did it, 100, so exciting. And yeah, time for moving. I mean, if I think of anything as I'm going, or if I do have some time, I'll probably make random videos and just upload them. I have some gear at home. I bought a dolly and a handheld kit ready for shooting next year, and I thought I could do like unboxings of those. Most people probably don't care, but I'm like, well, I couldn't find anybody opening those things online, so I'll do that, and that'll be fun, just because, you know, not for any reason other than it'll be fun. I've never tried to make a video of unboxing something before. So yeah, anyway, I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll see, who knows, I might never make another YouTube video. But I did the thing I said I was gonna do, which was make 100 videos in 100 days, and I'm wearing for Confessions of a Failed Filmmaker, it's a homage to the fact that for 20 years now I've been making feature films, and I even acted in one, and that was really hard to act in that movie because we had cast it properly, and there was a lot of actors who were real actors in it, and they probably should have had the role over me, but I think it was just I knew I was available, you know, for the time. And yeah, it's funny how it was challenging, and it was a reflection of me acting in that. Like, this is a reflection of something that's been challenging. It hasn't been being behind the camera, telling someone what to do, putting everything together for them. Like, this has just been as raw as you can get. And I have had a really fun time, and yeah, I'm really excited to see what next year brings, but I'm not making any goals. For now, I'm just gonna celebrate for the next 2 days the fact that I did 100 videos in 100 days, and in 20 days, I'm moving house. Okay. Thanks, everyone. I really appreciate you. Thank you again for all the comments. Thank you for all the support and love. It's been really great. And I'm looking forward to 2026. I wish you all a really great 2026, and I'm hoping I'll have a good one too. And who knows, man, if we're looking back at this at 2036, I mean, I don't know what's going to be going on by then, but I know definitely I'm a lot more confident now talking to a camera than I was 100 days ago. So who knows what's going to happen between now and any time in the future. And like I said, for now, I'm just staying in the present, savoring the fact that I made it to 100 videos, looking at this beautiful location, which is probably much prettier in person than it is on the camera, because, you know, I don't know. And I know that it had a bit of a lens flare on it because of the sun, but it was the best I could do. And yeah, thanks guys. I'll see you in 2026.